So why are narcissists attracted to empaths? And why do empaths attract narcissistic people? There was a survey that was done. I saw somebody send me a link that, oh, narcissists, they always choose other narcissists for, relationships and stuff like that. They do every now and then, okay. They may sometimes run into other narcs, okay. They will abuse eventually and destroy each other, but they have nothing to get from there. There's nothing much they are going to get from those kind of entanglements. The sweetest one or the easiest for them is going to be the relationship, the entanglement between them and the empath. Now, people talk about supply, some people say fuel, some people say energy. There's so many different types of names that people talk about when they are talking about narcissists. But the supply they are simply talking about is energy. Okay? So the supply you hear people talking about, positive supply, negative supply, is just energy. Just put the word, remove supply and put the word energy. That's all it is. Now, energy is spiritual. Okay? Energy is spiritual. Whether they talk about energy on the psychological level or whatever, it is a spiritual thing going on. The empath has a lot of that energy to offer. Why? Because the empath is very strongly connected to their emotions, so they can actually tap into other people's energy. And they will draw that energy from other people and feel it as their own. And it's very draining at the same time. So they're like a sponge, So you drop this sponge in water. It is going to soak up all the water. Then you squeeze it, it's going to drain all that water. Soak it, so they're an emotional sponge. When an empath is in a very toxic environment, they are going to also get soaked up in that toxicity. Because these people have got emotional antennas. They are going to soak up into that toxicity. Although the superpower of the empath, their superpower is the ability to transmute. So they will soak it up, and then they will transmit that energy off somewhere else. There's many things they can do to transmit that energy, to get rid of it. A narcissist can't. So it's the reason as to why you see they are who they are. They are what they are. Always in revenge mode, always in anger, always in resentment, always, they have all these types of negative emotions you can think about. When you was around a narcissist, you remember all those things. How negative they are. When a narcissist is looking for a partner, they know that these are emotions, okay? These whatever, this energy they have to find a way of releasing this energy because they cannot do it on their own, okay? It's the reason as to why you see sometimes when a narcissist has been alone, say for example, they have been in they have spent some couple of months, whatever, a very long time alone, a narcissist can implode because they do not know what to do with that energy. It is very intensive, and it's like on the inside, they are boiling spiritually. It's like they're boiling up. And they do not know what to do with that energy. It's piling up day by day, and they cannot release that energy. So what the narcissist does, they find it easier for them to seek empaths, And let me tell you something. The moment a narcissist encounters the empath, they will know that person is an empath. So they're going to swing into action. There's a way they know. They need that person because they're always in turmoil, emotional turmoil. They are not okay spiritually, emotionally, even sometimes physically. They are not okay. There is everything to complain about. There is different types of sicknesses. There's a lot of trauma they are dealing with. All this energy is inside that narcissist. So, in other words, they are living in a very huge dark bubble. It's a very dark place to be. okay, they are living in their lowest frequency. Any moment they wake up, they have to figure out what are they going to do, which mask are they going to use, who are they. So they have to calculate everything in advance because they're already worried about what is going to be the result of any encounter they will meet. So they prepare in advance and they will wear a certain mask so that they can be able to manage the day the way it should be. So that is pretty much their lifestyle. That energy is not going anywhere. Reason being that a narcissist is not connected to their higher self. They have been blocked off. So they are too low in the vibration to an extent whereby they are not able to reconnect with their higher self. The empath can do that. The empath is naturally a loving person, which we all understand that love is a very high frequency. An empath is a very authentic, genuine soul. Not necessarily because I'm not trying to say that because they're authentic and loving, they're perfect. Nobody's perfect, okay? They have their own flaws and stuff, but they're very authentic. So when they do something or intend to do something, they're going to do it authentically. So they don't sugarcoat things. They don't try to, manipulate the situation to work in their favor, things like that. They have their flaws, like I've said, but they're authentic people. They're genuine, they're loving, they're kind, the stuff. And a narcissist knows that they have got a lot of energy, negative energy to offer. Okay? They can only present to you positive energy when they're love bombing you. Post love bombing, they're going to bombard you with negative energy. Now, the empath tends to be a suitable candidate, a suitable receptor for that energy. They're going to throw in that energy, the empath will absorb that energy. They will throw it in the next day, you will be absorbing that energy. So it's why it is very draining to be around a narcissistic person for a very long period of time. It starts to make you very sick because now all the energy they are supposed to feel, you are the one feeling that energy. All the energy inside of them, you are the one experiencing that energy because you are around them for a very long time. So they have continuously been projecting that energy onto you. So you have been soaking up all that energy from the narcissist. So you end up falling sick and stuff like. Of course, every now and then there will be good days and bad days. It doesn't always mean that when you're with a narcissist, it's 24 hours chaos. Okay, there is some days, a few hours there, you may have easy day, calm day, and then the whole thing will begin. So it's a cycle. But you see, the thing is with the empath has the ability. So the empath will usually go out because the empath is a person who can recharge. Like I've told you, they're on a very high vibration. Empaths are on a very high vibration, energetically and spiritually. So they have the ability to tap into a higher frequency, which means that when they are sad, they're going to cry it out and they release that energy out of them. Or sometimes when they are feeling a certain way, they will know that, okay, now this time I need to go and rest. Take a nap, maybe take a rest. Maybe I'm going to go and take some time in nature, ground myself, and so they're going to get themselves back together. These are things they naturally do, and these are things they help them. That is their survival mechanism. That is how they survive a very toxic environment. So now you have a very high vibrational person and you have an extremely low vibrational person. So these two people coming into union, they are trying to get out of that balance. So the more the energy they throw at you is the more they feel. Is why you see sometimes, I'll give you an example. When you have an encounter with a narcissist, so there is things that they will do, or there is something they will say. Very horrible things, very chaotic, horrible things. And then eventually, 2-3 minutes, maybe an hour or two later, you see them, they're in a very vibrant mode. Why are they in a very vibrant mode? That is because they have been able to dump off that energy off of them onto somebody else. Which means that a narcissist needs a receptor. There has to be somebody who is going to receive that energy. If there is nobody to receive that energy, then the energy is continuously building up into them. They are going to implode. Okay? They are going to implode. A narcissist can even die. A narcissist can pass away. Should it happen that they have run out of supply, a narcissist could die. They could pass away. You could see them falling dead because they have failed to get supply. There's nobody there to receive that energy. So is why they find it convenient, easier to be around the empath, you know. So they always have somewhere to dump. Something going on, they're going to dump it somewhere. A situation going on, they're going to dump it somewhere. That's how it works. So they need a constant supply of this energy. But you see, as they are dumping off that energy towards the empath, they are now getting some reaction from you. It is the reaction that you're giving them that is actually fueling them. So your reaction is the fuel. It looks as a reaction, it looks like a reaction on this physical, but spiritually, you're actually fueling them up. It's like, for example, you go to the gas, you guys with the cars, you go to the gas, put in that whatever, the pump in your car, and now you're starting to fuel in the car. You're starting to pump gas into your car, you know? So by you reacting to whatever they did when they're around you, you are pumping some more gas into them. Is why you see them sometimes at the end of the day, they are feeling good. All of a sudden, oh, the person they woke up in a very bad mood. Okay, so where can I start today? They are jumping up and down. They are looking for something to, you know, they want some chaos immediately. Hey, ZP, they need that chaos. So what happens is that you are the one there now. They are okay, that is my supply. They are going to go and start bombarding you with the chaos. And then, of course, you start reacting. So you see, this whole narcissistic thing I've told you guys is not personal. The only thing you need to do is to be aware. Because you see, awareness of what narcissistic abuse is what protects you, because now you start to create some safe boundaries for yourself so that you will not always be supplying your energy to a person who is a very soulless person, a soulless being, you know? So that is the reason as to why you see a lot of times empaths have been entangled for decades with narcissists, you know? That's what causes the empath-narcissist relationships. That's how it starts. So it's an energy thing. It's about energy. They need your energy, and at the same time, they need somewhere to dump their negative energy because they are not connected spiritually. They don't know how to do this on their own. They cannot. They are closed off. They cannot do this on their own. So when you push a narcissist to, for example, take accountability, there is some nonsense they have done, and you know, you try to show them something. This is not how it's supposed to be. This, they are going to rage at you because they're like, "How dare you? How dare he or she tells me that this is wrong?" Something like that. They don't want to listen to that kind of nonsense, you know. But those things you're complaining about, it is the energy they're trying to dump towards their victims. So sometimes you're refusing that energy. You're saying, no, you're lying. You didn't do this, or you didn't say this. So it's like you're now struggling with them and you're holding them accountable. It's like you're catching them in that trap and they're running away from it. So now the gaslighting will begin, the blame shifting, and all these manipulative games that they do because they don't want to be held accountable. That's how this whole thing works. So let us know what you think about the video, guys. Hope you have learned something from this. Drop us a comment, like, and share. You guys know I'd love and appreciate your support. Please book a session, donate, or support my channel. Everything you need is in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Denzel signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.